Now to this story. The state's trigger law went into effect today, 2 months after the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade, leaving abortion laws to be decided by individual states. Well, here in Texas, now anyone who performs or helps perform an abortion could now face felony charges, including life in prison. Fox 26's Natalie He live in studio to explain more.
Well, Jonathan, the punishment range is pretty harsh. Anyone found breaking the law could also be liable for a 6-figure fine, including those who help with the procedure. Doctors in Texas who perform an abortion could face criminal and civil charges, including life in prison, a $100,000 fine, and potentially lose their medical license. The law won't punish any pregnant patients from getting an abortion, but anyone who helps by aiding and abetting the procedure could be liable. Abortions to save a mother's life is allowed, but doesn't apply to cases of rape or incest. It's something Jacqueline Aludo, who spent 20 years advocating for victims of human and sex trafficking, believes should be changed.
It takes a lot than just to put a roof and clothes over a child. And if we're not going to be willing to do that, then we certainly should not be forcing women who are raped and assaulted or incest survivors to also have these children.
Since the Supreme Court's reversal of Roe v. Wade in late June, more than a dozen companies in the U.S. have said they'll cover employees' travel expenses if they decide to get an abortion from another state. Now, Texas is one of 3 states whose trigger laws went into effect today. The other 2 were Idaho and Tennessee. Natalie He reporting, Fox 26 News.
Natalie, thank you so much. So who is at risk of seeing real jail time if they violate the trigger law? Earlier today, I spoke with attorney and former Judge Charles Adams to get his take.
We know the trigger law went into effect today, but what specifically does this mean for doctors or perhaps companies who decide to transport women across state lines?
There's not a tremendous amount of clarity on that issue. Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh has indicated that he doesn't believe that it will be lawful for a state to impose any criminal or civil penalties on people that assist others to travel to get an abortion because of the constitutionally protected right to engage in interstate travel and the fact that it's legal in the states where they're traveling to. But Ken Paxton, our Attorney General, has suggested that he intends to aggressively prosecute people for assisting people obtain abortions elsewhere.
And we also know that some district attorneys across Texas have already said, we're not going to bring charges against a doctor who performs an abortion. So what happens there?
Well, so the statute, the Texas legislature realized that was going to be an issue with Democratic district attorneys in large urban areas taking the position they're not going to prosecute it. So they also put in there a $100,000 fine that would be sought by the Attorney General, by Ken Paxton. Now, there are a lot of constitutional scholars that say if the state levies the fine, a civil fine, they may be facing double jeopardy if they attempt a criminal prosecution as well, and vice versa. And this isn't a separate sovereign situation, right? When you see, let's say, a police officer gets indicted on the state level, but is also prosecuted for civil rights violations, the federal government and the states are recognized as separate sovereigns, not double jeopardy. But a county prosecutor and the attorney general are both Texas entities. So then you're looking at double jeopardy. I don't know, it's quite the conundrum, but I think the real result is you won't have any doctors doing any abortions in Texas, with a very clear or not so clear exception of when a woman's life is in danger. But even then, I think it'll be hard for women to find the service.
Just to be clear for our viewers, the women themselves seeking these abortions would not be prosecuted. It would be the doctor specifically, correct?
Right. This trigger statute that just went into effect today actually expressly prohibits the prosecution of women for obtaining an abortion. It just threatens the doctors with life in prison. And I think it could be used to prosecute anyone around the woman that in any way assisted her in obtaining the abortion if it's obtained in Texas. But there's still the civil lawsuit that a woman could face for seeking an abortion that has been in effect for some time, effectively ending access to abortion for all women in Texas.